Alright guys, welcome to the first video for the Matthews Mowing and Lawn Maintenance YouTube channel. Just want to hop on here real quick and make a video about servicing my STIHL BG 55 blower and doing the general maintenance of making sure that everything is good to go for the off season, so it's ready to go for next season. So I went ahead and got a service kit. It includes the spark plug, the air filter, and the fuel filter. Then I'm going to go through just some general maintenance tips that I have used to make sure that everything is good to go for the coming season. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so first off, what I wanted to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the tube here just for the sake of space, just so I don't have to worry about running that into anything. I've got here a flathead screwdriver. There's a little arrow right here pointing to the top, so all I gotta do is just push that in there, give it a quarter turn, and it slides right out of there. So that way this can be put to the side and we don't have to worry about that getting in the way of everything. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the air filter. So it's just a simple filter box right here on the side. These two sides, the pins squeeze, and that pops off right there. As you guys can see, it is pretty dirty. So we're going to go ahead and replace this. I have all the pieces and parts with me, so it's not too bad. But we're just going to go ahead and replace it because it's been on there for, I think, a full season. So grab this out of here. Alright, and you also want to make sure that everything matches up. So I'm going to go ahead and check and make sure that my old air filter and my new air filter match. So as you guys can see, both are the same size, both the same number, and both have the same cutout on each side. So it's fair enough. Alright, so as you guys can see, flat side, we want this side on the inside edge, and this side, the fluffy side, on the outside. So go ahead and just push it into there, and it will fit. Just kind of give it a nice, easy, gradual push, and that'll fit right in there. Go ahead and go in reverse order of your cover. So this will slide straight back in here. These pins will line up. Push it in until it clicks, and you're set and ready to go. Alright, so down inside here, I've gone ahead and removed the fuel cap. Down inside here, there is the fuel filter. I just have a set of long needle nose pliers. Reach down right inside there, go ahead and grab the edge of that and pull it back up. Now, secret trick that I've always used is to keep this thing up here. I always grab a pair of vice grips. Go ahead and put those just so they're clamped on the hose, not tight. That way, when you pull the fuel filter off, the hose does not go flying back down into the fuel tank, and you don't have to sit there and try and fish the thing out. So again, double check, make sure both filters are the same. We'll go ahead and point down straight into fuel hose. Give it a little wiggle and a little push. Go ahead and release your vice grips, and then complete the process of pushing it onto there, and then drop it back down in the fuel tank. Kind of give it a little push because it will be buoyant because it's completely dry. It has never seen fuel, so it's going to be a little bit buoyant. So go ahead and push it down in the tank a little bit. So we'll go ahead and put the cover back on the fuel tank. Alright, so next up, I've got the spark plug to change. So I've got the spark plug boot here. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, give it a little wiggle. Might be a little tight. If it is, go ahead and grab the same pair of vice grips. Twist them out like that. Easily grab both sides. Give it a little tug. It pops right off there. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the scrunch that comes from STIHL. Screwdriver wrench makes total sense, right? So this is the end that I'm going to use for this one. They have a smaller end and a bigger end. It will just change by what spark plug you have inside. Mine on this one is going to use the bigger end. You can always judge that by sliding the spark plug down in it to make sure which size is which. So we'll just go ahead and put that on there, give it a little bitty turns until you feel it click in. Give it a slight turn toward the back here. Maybe a little tight, so if it is tight, hit it in. Just give it a quick tug. Once it's loose, just give it a little quick quarter turn. And then you can go ahead and remove the spark plug by twisting it counterclockwise. Pop out there. As you guys can see, this one's a little gooey. Low carbon buildup and stuff like that. So compared to the new one, she's a little dirty. So we're gonna go ahead and add the new spark plug to it. It's never had an issue with starting, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add the new spark plug to make sure that everything is good to go. These are a little tougher to put in, so what you can do, just put your finger on there, kind of feel it click in a little bit. Then you can give it that quarter turn and continue to turn clockwise until you feel it get tight. Just go ahead and take the scrunch again, put it on, and there's a compressed ring which keeps the gap exactly where it's supposed to be. So you can feel it there, it gets tight, that's perfect. So now to put back on the spark plug boot, just kind of give it a little tug up, push it on there and push straight down, and you'll feel it kind of click in there a little bit, just like that. Alright, so if you're going to be storing your blower for any lengthy period of time, you'll want to make sure that your fuel is stable and ready to go. I've always used Stable Small Engine Pro. It is a multi-system additive. If you're going to be using your blower throughout the winter and things like that, this is a great way to make sure that it protects against ethanol in the fuel, make sure that the fuel is good to go, and keeps everything inside clean as well by cleaning out the varnish and things like that that get into the fuel system, as well as making sure that the carbs, injectors, valves and pistons and everything like that stays running at top performance. Stable recommends on the back, 1 ounce will treat a gallon. If greater cleaning is needed, increase it to 3 ounces per gallon. I have always gone ahead and taken this off just like this. Add just a splash. And that helps keep everything ready to go for the coming months. Alright, finally, after everything is done, just go over a general checkpoint. Make sure that your spark plug boot is back on and in place all the way down. Make sure that your air filter box is locked in place and that your air filter is in the correct way. Make sure that your fuel cap is closed, and make sure that everything is locked down and where it used to be. So now what I like to do also is just to check over everything. So just kind of check your primer bulb. So what you can do with your primer bulb is just go ahead and give it a push, and if it comes right back up, for smaller engines not so bad, but give it a couple primes and see how it's slowly coming back up. That's good. You want that so that way you make sure you don't have any issues with the primer bulb being cracked. If you push it in and it pops right back up all the time, you may have a crack inside your primer bulb and you may have to get that replaced. That's an easy fix. That will probably be on a later video because I do have one that needs a primer bulb replaced. The only thing left to do is go ahead and put your tube back on, push right back into here, and you'll feel it kind of quarter turn, listen for the click, and you're locked in place. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and click that little bell for notifications to let you know when I post a new video. As always, guys, take care of your equipment, and it'll take care of you. We'll catch you guys on the next one.